Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and if you're new to my channel, I have been selling on eBay for 22 years. I had started out mostly selling toys, but this year I have been diversifying, so I've been kind of teaching and learning as we go while I make these videos. But today, this is actually haul number 2 that I'm making. This was a weekend of a lot of stuffed animals. So I'm going to start out with the stuffed animals. Most of this I haven't comped. Sometimes I give you what I feel it might be worth, but sometimes I'm really wrong. But let me go ahead and get started. Loveys, always. This is a Carter's Lovey. It's not worth a whole lot, but I still always pick it up because this seems to be one of those that sell quite frequently for me. And then I found this at a churchyard sale. It is Spark Create Imagine. It's one of the plush that I always pick up. This one lights up and plays music. I'm hoping $15 to $20. Couple of bears. This one is vintage Walmart. I find it very unique, so more than likely this will be one that I list for probably a $25 to $30. Just very unique looking. And then this one is by Best Made Toys. It's probably something you could actually buy in the store now, but I will probably list it maybe 12 to 15 just because of his size. 2 rabbits. I think they might both be vintage. This is Mattel Emotions. I think it's 1994. I found these a couple of times. They don't do very well, and I actually might have a similar one that I might turn into a lot already listed, but just kind of unique, almost ugly. And then this one, this is Oriental Trading Company. I think most of these came, I just bought bag lots and they charged me to fill a bag, so it's cute, even though it's Oriental Trading Company, and it may actually be older, and I'll still list it probably in the 10 to 12 range. I picked this up at a church. It is Cloud B. I find this quite frequently. It's got these colored ears. I think it needs a good bath, but I think this sells $12 to $15, maybe a little bit more. Couple of more little ones. I'm pretty sure I have this one listed. It is 2015 Animal Adventure. And then this is also Animal Adventure from 2018. Just a rabbit. These are probably 6 to 10. These are Squishmallows, but they are from the Ryan's Room series. They don't do very well. I actually got 2 of these. They definitely need baths. I made a pile and she just charged me $3 for everything. So I think these were about $9 to $10 when they're clean. But I may go ahead and put 2 of these together and then sell one of these separate. I paid $2 for this. Oop, he's upside down. At a thrift store. It is Jellycat, and it's one of the, I wouldn't say pillow pets, but just kind of a big old matte pillow kind of toy. I hadn't found any comps on it yet, so I'm still hoping 30 to 50. I was so excited when I saw this because, again, if you see his eyes, they're embroidered. This is Ikea, and it actually did have its tag. I've told you they got these big long tags on there. So I just knew that this was something, but it only sells for about $15. But how much did I pay there at the church?
Wasn't we had a pile.
We had a huge pile, an Ikea bag and several other things and some dishes that they charged me $40 for.
It was $40 for the dishes and $25 for everything else.
Everything else. And I had an Ikea bag full. So he's probably 15 or so. The dishes were really nice, but I don't know where they are yet. They might have to be in the next haul. Oh. I think this is Best Made Toys also. I just showed you something familiar, but I looked and they're not the same. So I like Best Made Toys. And then this one intrigued me. I think I got this one at the church too. It still has its tag, but it's London, and it's called Glorious Britain is the brand. So I'll have to do some research on that, but very nice. And he's articulated. His limbs move. More stuff from the fill-a-bag at the church that I did. This says Spotless Carpet Cleaners. I think it's a golf club cover. I still list these, but I have no clue how much this is worth. And then another Lovey. This is Little Beginnings. This might actually be a bolo, but I ain't looked it up. So if it is something, I'll definitely have it right there. And then another, oops, I scratched my face. And this is Aurora Baby. Rattle. Probably not a lot. 10 to 12 or so. This was also from the church sale. I always pick up these snakes. They're usually very long, and some of them have this rattle in the end. This is Fiesta. Probably 12 to 15 for it. And then I found these two characters from Beauty and the Beast. Not quite sure, but I'm hoping $10 for the two of them. I'll lot them together. And then I always pick up potato head pieces. This looks like it's a princess set. I actually have a whole tote of just potato head stuff, and every once in a while I go pull 3 or 4 or 5 heads out and get all kinds of accessories for them, and then list them for about $40 or $50. So I actually need to do that. So this will be my reason for doing it. We also went to an estate sale Wednesday. We have a local group that posts on Facebook, and a lot of times they'll let their followers on Facebook go in and do the set, buy first at the sale, and then it's open to the public. But picked up some Christmas ornaments. This one is just Santa and Mrs. Claus, obviously vintage. And then this are some carolers, it said. It says made in Taiwan. I'm not quite sure who the manufacturer is. I think she charged me probably $1 each. That's kind of seems to be her normal. And then I picked up 3 of these Wedgewood Christmas ornaments. I can't find any comps on them yet, but I've got 2 of these doves. They're like a bisque porcelain. And then there's an angel in one of them. You know, these could be worth $10. These could be worth $30. I just don't know. But I'm going to do some more research. I went to an estate sale, and I bought something similar to this, but it was Corning. They were Corning glass ornaments in similar boxes. I think I bought about 9 or 10 of them for $1 each, and I have a few of them listed for about $130, but I haven't gotten to the rest of them. As it gets closer to Christmas, I'll probably lower the price a little bit, but there were comps that were for $100 and higher on them. So always, always, always look at the Christmas ornaments, and especially if you see something that's Corning, because I have bought Corning glass balls also and was selling them for like $10 a box of 6. So, and I paid $1 for them. A couple of more Plush. This one's Animal Alley. I try to pick them up all the time just because Toys R Us is not around. It's Christmas, more than likely $15 or so. But this one intrigued me. And I paid, I think she charged me $2 each. This is a bear but it's Knickerbocker, and it's one of the brands that I like, the vintage brands that I like to pick up. Knickerbocker, Animal Fair.
You're holding it upside down.
There he is. Knickerbocker. Animal Fair is another one that I always consistently pick up, but I don't know how much. I'll put something there. He's probably not a lot, but for sentimental reasons, I always pick this stuff up. This is Build-A-Bear. I think I paid $5 for this, but it was with 2 outfits. More than likely, I will take these outfits off and either sell them individually or put the 2 outfits together, depending on value. But one is Transformers and one is Flash. VHS, Richard Simmons. I don't know what made me scan this, but it was in the church lot that we paid $25 for everything except the dishes. And the scan for like $19 free shipping, and it's sealed. I don't know if that's a fluke, but I figured I might as well pick it up. I've talked about these before, but I'm just going to say it again. These trivets that are made out of like rattan or jute or whatever, straw, I think is some of the words. They call them woven. These seem to be a little bit more elaborate than some of the ones I've picked up before. So I'm hoping, I think I have 2 more little ones that I picked up somewhere. And I'll put them together and probably list them for about $29.95. But just always look for these. And then Christmas, all year I list it and I sell it. I paid $5 for this. I haven't done any comps on it. It's from JCPenney's, but it's this very cute Christmas tree. I believe it lights up. So we'll see when I do my comps on it. This was a vintage plastic, what are these called, tray?
Cutting boards.
Oh, yeah, right here. Cutting boards. I paid $2 for it. It is still sealed. Surely I can get maybe $12 to $15 for it. And these were all from this estate sale. This was a Christmas, looks like a tablecloth and the napkins. I paid $5 for the set. But they definitely look vintage. So I'm hoping to list these for $20 to $25. And then we went to a thrift store Wednesday and picked up some games. It's hit and miss with games because a lot of times you buy them and then they're missing pieces. But then sometimes you can sell the pieces as replacements. But we went ahead and picked up quite a few. Some of these we'll keep for ourselves, and then some of them we'll see what, if they're complete and get them listed. I picked up this game. It's called Sum Up. I think when I looked on this up on comps, there were a set of 2, I think, that sold for $15 or $20, and I paid $1 for it. No. It's this game. Slang Teasers. This was the one that there was a set of 2 that was, I think, for $20 or so. But I paid $2 for this. Hopefully there'll be a comp right here. Robert grabbed this. This is Tripoli. The box has some condition issues. It was $2, but it sells the vintage ones, and all it is the little plastic mat that you played Tripoli on, which we played this when we were a kid, so it brings back some fond memories. My brother was cutthroat when it came to playing these types of games. This is Touche. Now, what were the comps on this?
20, 25.
About 20, 25 if it's complete. But what's funny is Robert bought this one, and I didn't remember seeing it in the cart. And then when we went to the churchyard sale, I bought one also. And he just looked at me. He's like, "Why is this in the car?" And because he thought it was the one he picked up, but we had already emptied out the car. So hopefully they're both complete. But if they're not, hopefully we can use the 2 to make a complete one. And then Robert picked this up. This is not the original version because it was in French, but this is like the first American-made version of the game Risk. We did pay $5 for it. We've got to check the parts to make sure they're all there. But what was the comps on this?
All over the place.
They were everywhere,
20,
from like
40.
Yeah, to 5, because some people don't do their comps when they list stuff like this, or they start a $5 auction and it only sells for $5. Don't do that. Always list your auctions at the minimum price you're willing to take.
RJ beats me at video games, so I may introduce him to this game so I could destroy him a little bit and, you know, bring his ego down some.
This is his almost 14-year-old son.
So I figured if I can get beat in video games, he could take a beating and Risk.
And then I picked this up. It was a Bible Pictionary. I want to say comps were like 15 to 20. Of course, I got to check the contents. And then at the thrift store, no, at an estate sale, we picked up another one of these New Waves. This one's a little bit different, but it was only $20. And I've already listed the other one where I'm listing each of the parts, and it totals up over $100 when you sell these by the parts. So it had all of this.
This one has more pieces than the last one.
Yes. It also had this pizza flipper and pizza cutter that doesn't look like it's ever been used. Another pan. I did pick this up at an estate sale. It's $4, but it's brass elephant. I couldn't find anything comparable, but I'm still hoping probably $15 to $20 for it. It's denim, well, actually a backpack purse. With the nice little decorations and embroidery. What were the comp? We paid, I think, $1 for it. I remember her counting it out. And how much did it comp for?
There was nothing exactly like that, but a lot of the denim purses were $25, $30, $20, $30.
So, if nothing else, I'll list it somewhere 15 to 20 because it does have some condition issues. We've always looked at pots and pans, and you can feel when they're heavy. Take a better look at pots and pans because if they're heavy, they're usually stainless steel. But this is a brand I don't think I found before, but I know to look for it. It is, wasn't it on the side somewhere? Oh yeah, right here. It is Salad Master. These were in two different piles, but I knew based on things that comps I've done and other things that I've listed, that this more than likely had, I've actually got it upside down, this dome lid. Now, how much did she charge? $5?
$5.
$5 for it. It came with the egg cups. And Robert, not even realizing, well, you did know it was Salad Master, right?
Right. I turned around to look at something else caught my eye, and I picked it up and thought, no, I don't want that. And then that caught my eye, had the writing on the side, and I thought, well, that looks like something. So I looked closer and saw it was Salad Master, and then started digging.
Yeah, and he saw just this insert with the salad cup sell for about $30, which is what I'm probably going to do with it. And then this pan with the dome lid sells for about $60. Nice and clean, ready to go. So, not bad for $5. We went to a yard sale. When was it? Yesterday, I believe. And we bought, which we're working on right now, they had a huge Baymax. What is it? Like one of those, not blow molds, but
it's an inflatable.
Yeah, it's inflatable.
It's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, he's outside right now getting cleaned and dried, and but we paid $10 for that, and the comps were anywhere from over 100.
150 to 250 or something.
But we've got to get him clean because he was very dirty. But at that same yard sale, she gave me this for free. I mean, I have looked it over thinking maybe it was broken or something, but I don't see nothing. But it's Winnie the Pooh and it's FTD. But I thought I haven't done any comps on it yet. And then she had a table with some horses. She had advertised Breyer horses, but by the time we got there weren't any Breyers. But this is Play School, and I have listed farms, these horses and cows and pigs and chickens before, and I'm pretty sure I got at least $10 to $15 for each one of them. So it depends on if I can get him cleaned up well enough. We always look for vintage appliances. That's one of our new things too. This is General Electric, and it is a peeler, like a vegetable peeler, peeling wand. We paid $2 for it. And on comps, there's only one that sold for like $6, but all the listed are like $15, $20, $25. So we may go, if it works, which it hasn't been tested, we'll probably stay on the lower end of it, maybe like 15 to 20 also for it.
I thought about trying it out, but I'm dangerous enough with the
Yeah.
the manual operated.
It's got these
peeler,
blades.
and I would just like probably shred a finger or something.
I haven't done any comps on these, but these are all baby blankets. I'm pretty sure I paid $2 each at a yard sale. It was funny because she had some stuff that she'd obviously looked up on eBay, and then she had other things that probably sell better than the things that she had priced really high, that were like 50 cents or $1. But all these blankets are in excellent shape, and let me lay them down. Almost all of them were Okie Dokie, which was a JCPenney brand. I'm assuming they still sell it, but I do really well with Plush, and especially baby Plush, that are Okie Dokie. So I'm hoping that these are going to be a definite bolo. But even if I get $8 to $10 for them, I'm okay with that. But this was a big one. And it's got like the Sherpa fur on the other side. And then there were all of these linen type ones with pink hearts, more hearts. And I may be totally wrong. I probably may have overpaid. But to me, it was worth, she was right there on me. So I couldn't do the comps right there. But I had no issue paying $2 each because these are in very nice condition. And I may just do a lot if they're not worth a whole lot separate. And then this one intrigued me because I'm pretty sure it is marked Betsy Johnson. And I'm not a trendy kind of person, but I know that name. So hopefully this is, and it's just gorgeous with the roses. Very soft. So I'm hoping this is worth something. We picked this up at the thrift store. This one thrift store we always go to seems to have a whole lot of appliances, and they're not very bad. Like, we paid $5 for this, and it is a pasta machine. It is marked on this bag as is, so more than likely there's an issue somewhere, but we already had planned on selling this for parts because just this plastic end right here sells for,
It's like 12 or 15.
yeah, $12 to $15. And then there's other parts inside of this, and then I've got this bag. Let me put this down. There's a bag, and it's got all of these little discs in it, and just the discs sold for $30. And then we've got other parts and booklets, other pieces. So I'm hoping once we get this parted out that we're talking you know, $70, $80, $90 just to sell the parts to this one item. All right, last thing. I paid $3 for these at a yard sale. My husband you weren't here for this one, were you? No. I don't normally even look at this kind of stuff, but he does. So I thought, well, I'm going to look. And it was a size 11, which is a decent size. So I went ahead and picked them up. And I'm comping these probably $50 to $60. They're called High Test, and they're steel-toed work boots. So definitely $3 to $50. I'll do that all day long. All right, I think that's it for this one. I actually probably have enough stuff to do another one, and then I really, really, really want to get to the online estate sale items that I still haven't had a chance to get started on. So I'm going to just go ahead and say please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the comments I've been getting. It's fun to wake up in the morning and see that people have watched my videos and left me comments. All right.